Hi, I'm Steve and I'm just going to do a quick review of the Mark T Infinity Repairable Atomizer from cloud9vaping.co.uk. And it is a repairable atomizer, and it'll come in a packet like that. You'll open the packet up and everything that you get is pretty much in there, apart from a Type A ego tank, which is what fits on the tank side of it, which is that blue thing there. So if you like take your things out of your package, you've got like you've got like your Cloud9 sort of card and stuff. Then you've got your receipt and stuff, which you don't really want to see that. And then you get like an instructions sort of manual here, and just telling you a bit about it. It shows you all your components just here, and tells you what they're for, and pretty much just tells you how to wind your element and just bits and bats really. Although it actually does show you a picture of how your atomizer is supposed to be, and I don't know if you can just probably work that out, but your actual coil on this, it's showing you it on the side, whereas in really, well, to get it to work you need that coil has to be pushed up on top of the actual these two screws here, so it's resting on top of it. So that for a start, if you've never used a repairable atomizer, or if you've never seen a bully atomizer and you've never got a bully atomizer to work, because it is very close, like sort of copy, so to speak, of the bully atomizer. But if you don't know nothing about the bully atomizer or anything like that, if you see that and you think that that's how you're actually going to have your coil set up, there's no way, there's no chance you're going to get this the tank section of it to work. But basically, you'll take your bits and bobs out of the actual packaging, which is nice packaging, and you'll have your Mark T Infinity Atomizer with the tank section on it, and you'll also have the dripping section, which is like, it's got a 510, you can put 510 drip tip on the end of here and basically drip onto it, which is really a really good addition to repairable atomizers. Because I mean, like with a Mark T, with like a bully, you didn't have that option, whereas in your Mark T does have, and it looks brilliant. Look at that, it's absolutely looks absolutely fantastic. And I'll just put it on a mod for you. And if you look at that, that is your repairable atomizer, and it looks sweet. I mean, you just drip your couple of drops into there, that drops onto your actual coil, and hold on a second, and then it fires up and produces lots of vapour, so and you vape it like that. So yeah, I mean, that is a really beautiful looking device, but and it is really well made as well. I mean, your actual I mean, all the threads on it. I did actually get my first one of these, and I had to send it back because the threads on the actual dripping section, and this is pretty much what I bought it for, the dripping section, because I've got a bullet for my tank and stuff, and I actually bought this because I wanted the dripping section, and my threads didn't fit properly on the dripping section, so I did have to send it back, and she replaced it and got it back to me, like and it's sound now, like all threads screw on absolutely perfect, they're really smooth. Also, your actual thread on your 510 connection thread is I think part of the actual bully. I mean, he's actually made that himself. It's not like what's come from like mass produced them, you know, where you get your actual 510 connections and you make your mods and stuff like that. He's actually made this himself, and it is absolutely beautiful. It fits onto I mean, like, it fits onto all my mods that I've tried on it really. I don't know whether there is a few that it won't work on or anything, because I haven't tried it on every single mod I've got, but you know, I've tried it on a few Precious and your egos and stuff like that, and it works on them all, like, so your Provera and stuff like that. So it does. It is a really nice, probably best one I've ever seen, actual 510 connection thread, like, to be honest with you, on any atomizer. Your actual drip tip is like a little bit more extended, so you can't use this on, like, on, let's say, I don't know, you might be able to work it on an atomizer, but like on cartomizers it definitely will not work on a cartomizer, just because it's just that little bit, it's just got a little bit longer on this actually the part that actually goes inside the inside your atomizer. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's got a really wide hole on it, so you can drip straight onto, I mean, you can actually see me coil inside there. So yeah, it just drips straight onto that, and this actually does work really well. I'll just have a quick vape on it. I don't know how much juice is in it, so yeah, and it worked great. Can't fault it, really. You've got to hold it, so the hole in the actual atomizer, which is there in the actual top piece of this dripping section, has got to be facing up, or where, depending on where yours is. If yours is off to the side, you want it facing as more up towards the sky as possible. So obviously your juice, if you have like my holes now facing down below, now any juice in there, what's going to sort of creep down towards the juice is going to start bubbling, and it just won't create a proper airflow. So you have to have it sort of pointed up, which is not a problem, like, but yeah. If you're into direct dripping, it performs really well. However, I'm just going to get to this now, right, is that you also get, I'll get onto the tank side of it in a bit, like, but you actually get, they send you these like three, you've got some for your coils. These are coils basically, and the pre-wound coils, so they're just like wicking material, and then it's got the wire actually pre-wound round it. Now to like put them on, it's really easy, and it's a good idea, really. Excuse me. It's a good idea, because I've made a few up, and it does work really easy. It's really easy to put them on and stuff, and it's not a problem. But they're really easy to short, so you can like be vaping on it, and not that long. You can crank your voltage up a little bit, and it'll just pop. I've had one pop at about, I think it were we're about 4 point, I don't know, 4 point, about in low fours, I reckon 4.3, 4.4 volts it went like. And I've had two that have gone like that, and really easy. So, and I think I've only made 3 up, so it's not like I've made hundreds or anything like that. But 2 have gone. Last one I just took off, but that weren't the only reason I took it off. It basically, the actual wicking inside this, it doesn't seem to soak up the actual juice. So when you're actually dripping on it, it's not soaking the juice up, and every single hit is a burn. Like I'm getting, I mean, it's chasing a bit of flavour, but I'm getting a burn, like as though the atomizer's dry, when it's not. I'm dripping, I've put plenty of juice onto it, so I don't think that wicking is, I mean, it's not the same as the bully, what's on the bully site anyway, and I've been using bully for quite a while. I mean, like, and I've had no problems with wicking and stuff like that with that. So basically, not long after I got it, I actually put a coil on it, which what I do for my bullet, exactly the same, set it up like that, and since I've done that to it, it's actually been really good, actually. But yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty useless for me, and in my opinion, I think it's pretty useless, these coils, only because, not because of the actual way that you do when you put them on, but the actual wick that they're using is just, I just don't think it's really that good for vaping. So I don't know where he's got it from. I know it's not the same as that what he gets on bully site, so. But I know I'm going on about bully and this, like, oh, but it is very close comparison to the bully atomizer and the Mark T. So that's the, I mean, like if you've been using a bully, then you'll know what I'm on about. If not, then you can just watch me vaping this, like, and I'm not getting no burnt hits off it. Although I do need to just put a couple of drops in, otherwise I will get a burnt hit. So yeah, I weren't getting on with the actual the wicking and the coils thing, what they sent with it. So basically I've had to set it up the same as a bully to get it to to work properly. But once I have, like, as you can see, it performs really well. Right, on to tank side of things, like, I'm not very impressed at all with the actual tank. Struggling to get it to like work. Well, I can't get it to work perfectly. I mean, I can get it to work, but I'm getting dry hits like every now and again, like it's sort of clogging up the tank. I mean, the actual top part on this is quite thin, so I mean, I've thinned my liquid right down, so because I thought maybe it's my liquid on this, and it is actually a lot thinner, this top part of the tank, to the actual bully. And I'm just finding it that the drawer off it is a lot more tighter. But I think it's because of that. I mean, it might be because of the hole, where the hole's positioned as well, but because it, like on these repairable tank atomizers, you get, when you're vaping it, you get like condensation building up on the side of the tank, with it being vegetable glycerine or propylene glycol. It will build up on the side of the tank, so, and because of that, they produce lots of vapor, and then because of that, it's like going up into the tank, and it's becoming almost like impossible to take a drawer on it without pulling liquid up into it. So I've been having to take the tank out, blow it out onto some kitchen roll, and then clean the inside of this actual top part of the tank system, tank section. And once I've done that and put it back on, it's been perfect for, like, say, I don't know, 10-15 drags tops, and then I'm back to square one again. I'm having to blow it out and mess about, and because of that, I don't think it's wicking properly, because I mean, like, I can have 10 nice drags off it, it'll clog up, and at the same time I'll start getting dry hits off it, like, and I'm not, like, it's not my first repairable atomizer. I can set a bully up perfect with no time at all, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's one, like, bad thing. I think it's really, it is a lot thinner than the bully, so I think it's something to do with that, like, I mean, you know, that's what I'm finding anyway. Also, when it comes with a little piece of mesh inside here, and it's like you're not getting very much at all. So basically, I've had to, I wouldn't have been able to get it going with that piece of mesh and working properly with that piece of mesh inside it. So I ended up taking that out and basically setting it up so it exactly the same as my bully. So which I didn't mind doing, because I've got all the stuff to set a bully up, and all the different, like, I've got a wick, I've got the wire, I've got a couple of different types of wire, and I've also got loads of mesh, so I can set it up exactly the same. So that's what I did end up doing to get it working properly, set it up like a bully. But I mean, like, I can't fault the actual looks of it. Is absolutely fantastic. It looks really nice, and also the build quality of it is exceptional. It's really, I mean, the tank's really well built, and also your dripping parts, I mean, that's really, it looks really beautiful. And also your coil section, it's pretty much identical to your bully, really, apart from you haven't got this nailsy section, you know, the bit where it's a little bit rough here. I've noticed it does get does get really hot really quickly as well, and once it does get hot, if you're wanting to swap your tank over, you want to get inside into your coil section to have a look at your coil or whatever, for any reason, you're having to take it off, and while it's hot, I mean, it doesn't take long at all to get hot. While it's hot, it's really hard to undo. Like, I can undo that now, but when it's hot, I'm really having to get some tissue, hold it onto it, and like really try and undo it, like with some pretty much like using a lot of strength to do it, like. But other than that, I mean, I can't fault the 510 dripping section, but the actual tank side of things, I'm not impressed at all. And anybody who hasn't got a bully, who's buying this and ain't got all the other, like your wicking and all your other stuff that you'd need to build a bully up, is going to really, I would think, well, I mean, I don't think I'd have been able to get it working on the tank section at all without my bully stuff, like. And so I don't know, I mean, like, I just don't think it's a very good product if you're going to buy it just for the this tank section and you ain't got any bully stuff. But I mean, I won't be bothering with this anyway. I mean, I've vaped it. I'll put it on and like I'll get it vaping, but it's just I'm not going to be too much longer, to be honest with you. I know I've been like 15 minutes already, but I'll just have a quick vape on it with the actual tank. And once again, you still have to get your air hole so it's pointing up. But the draw on it's really tight. I mean, it's working alright. But now it's starting to run dry now. It's also clogging up on either side here. I mean, you probably can't see it. Well, you can actually. You can see it's starting to clog up on your actual air holes already. But you can get it to work, but there's so much fiddling about with it. I mean, I've now, like, it's clogged up on top of there now, and I'm starting to get a little bit of juice in my mouth now. I don't know if you can see up here, there's a few bubbles of juice coming up. And I suppose if you didn't know any better, you just put up with that. But to be honest with you, I think it's like it's not as good as the bully atomizer in the tank sense. So I've got both, so I'll be using my bully for that. So, but no, I'm not happy with where that works. I think it's like pretty poor really, and I don't think though it'd take much to actually get it. I mean, like for Mark to actually sort of get it to work perfect, whether he just needs to make this into a different shape or reposition the actual hole here, because it isn't that different, much different from the actual bully. So it can, like, there is, like, it's got to be able to work perfect with just a couple of minor adjustments to however he's making it or something. But no, like now it's totally clogged up now. So I mean, like, you can get it working for a short time, and then you're having to mess about and sort of cleaning it out again, which I'm just not prepared to do. But on the other hand, I only bought it because I wanted the dripping side of it, because I've got my bully. I'm not that bothered, that works perfect on tanks. So to be honest with you, I will be using it like this, and I cannot fault it. So if you're wanting it a dripping repairable atomizer, it is really good for that. It's like, it comes to £98 including shipping, so it's very expensive, just like if you're going to be using it for dripping. So I mean, like, if you're going to be using it for tank, then I'd just say good luck. If you've never had a bully and you ain't got no bully components, I'd say stay away from it, like. But I mean, you know, other people might come on, do reviews on it and say they've had no problems at all, but that's just my experience with it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think they actually need to change the actual company that they're getting their wicking off, and change to some other wicking, and I think then the actual wick will wick a lot better than the stuff that they're using now, because that stuff they're using now is just giving me a burnt taste, so I can't use that at all. Although it is a good idea what they're doing, where they wrapping it round like, but also they're selling that really dear prices compared to actually buying your own wire and wick, and like making your own up at a really cheap price, which is what repairable atomizers are all about, really. But other than that, I've probably missed a few things out that I could have said, because there's like, you know, just I mean, it's like quite a big sort of review, and there's a lot of things to take in. I ain't written anything down, so that's pretty much it. Like, but yeah. I cannot complain about the actual dripping side of it. It looks absolutely fantastic. Everything like machine wise is absolutely spot on. It absolutely perfect. But just the actual tank, I don't get on with it, and I've got nothing good to say about the tank section. So anyway, it's been 20 minutes, so I hope I haven't bored you to death, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.